Breaking news alert. A police chase leads to a dangerous standoff in Desoto County that is now over. We have learned that the gunman is now dead. This is according to our reports from the scene. There were shots fired on the grounds of Citizens Bank and Trust.
That's right. That's at the corner of Highway 301 and 302 in Walls, Mississippi. The suspect is down, as we mentioned. WMC Action News 5's Sasha Jones is joining us now live with the latest breaking details. Sasha.
Joy Kontji, it was just minutes ago that we heard a barrage of gunfire. It sounded possibly up to 15 rounds of gunfire coming from the direction of where the standoff took place. Shortly after, we were able to see that the suspect was down on the ground. It was a very scary moment for most of the people out here, many people falling to the ground for protection. I'm going to let you take a look at what the scene looks like right now. You can see many of the police officers still there standing in their post, and this road here, Highway 31 and 32 at this intersection, still blocked off. What we've seen since we've been out here up to an hour ago, we saw the man standing there outside of the bank speaking with police officers. Also, we saw the SWAT team arrive with riot gear. We saw them speaking with him. At one point, it looked like they handed him a cell phone, and he may have been speaking on that cell phone. We did have an opportunity to speak with witnesses who say that they saw the very beginning of this chase.
And he dodged the spikes, and we went on the spike like he had like 20 police cars behind him. And they finally got him at the bank down there, so everybody down there, they got him just laid out. And now they say he's trying to commit suicide.
And following that gunfire earlier, we did see a police dog, along with police officers, go over and search the suspect. We do see right now they still have up the crime scene tape. And this street here, Highway 31, Highway 32, it's still blocked off. But it definitely was a very scary moment. Many people unable to come down Highway 301, so they actually are parked here close to where we're doing our live shot. So when that gunfire went off, many of them just dropped to the ground. Small children were also out here at the time. A very scary moment, but it does appear that the standoff situation is finished. But of course, we'll have more coming up for you on WMC Action News 5 at 10 o'clock. But for now, in DeSoto County, Sasha Jones, WMC Action News 5.
And all of this happening right on 301 near Goodman Road, 302. We're continuing our team coverage now from that scene in Walls, Mississippi.
WMC Action News 5's Justin Jaggers live from Chopper 5. He has seen every moment of this. What can you tell us, Justin?
Well, right now what we've seen is a lot of police activity, and since this crime scene tape has gone up that you can see on your screen, nobody has left. The police officer's still on the scene. Nobody has cleared, so we're trying to see what we can get visually from Chopper 5, but we have been kept at a distance. Police issued a flight restriction over the bank, and we've had to keep our distance in order to keep them safe and cooperate with law enforcement. But right now, everybody's still on the scene. There's a large police presence. I mean, I can zoom out and just show you the entire scene and just how many people are still in this area. And so traffic's not going to be moving anytime soon through this area. And the bank right now has a large crime scene presence around it, and they're going to be examining what happened to the suspect and the standoff. And we'll be trying to keep an eye on everything and see if we can update you with anything from Chopper 5. But for now, over to DeSoto County, Justin Jaggers, WMC Action News 5.
All right, Justin, now we have some new information here. WMC Action News 5's North Mississippi reporter Rose Eckler has been working her beat, communicating with Hernando police officials, the chief, all about this incident.
She's joining us on the phone with what she's learned, Rose.
That's right, Joe. I just got off the phone with the Hernando police chief, who told me a little bit more about what's been happening in that area. Now, they say this man actually went to the DMV on Highway 51 in Hernando and tried to get a driver's license. At that point, it pulled up on the computer that this person had an active warrant in Chicago for a sexual battery. They said it popped up that he should be considered armed and dangerous. So at that point, the DMV contacted Hernando police and asked them to come to the area. When Hernando police arrived, that suspect actually fled the scene, heading north on Highway 51. He went through South Haven, Horn Lake. He went through the whole area, and that is how South Haven and Horn Lake PD got involved in this chase. They said about a mile from where the scene is right now, they were able to flatten his tires to have him slow down, and that's how they ended up where they are now, where there is a lot of police presence now. Now, we heard from the Hernando Police Department that they think the suspect has been staying at a house in South Haven. They're trying to work out to find out exactly how he got here, how long he's been here. But again, that was from a warrant in Chicago for sexual battery. They said he should be considered armed and dangerous, and that is why they got involved. Now, on that scene, I know we've been seeing a very large police presence out there. I heard that Desoto County has a tactical unit out there. South Haven has their tactical unit out there. Horn Lake has their tactical unit out there. They say it's just the entire area. All the police departments are working together to get this whole situation under control. Now, they said it is still a fluid situation out there. They're still working to find out who this man is and exactly what happened today, but they were happy that the DMV contacted them immediately when they found out that this man should be considered armed and dangerous, and that's when he fled the area. Now, I'm still working to speak with the police chief to find out as much about this suspect as we can, and I'll give you all that information as soon as it becomes available. For now, reporting live, Rose Eckler, WMC Action News 5.
And so now it's becoming clear this individual was wanted in Chicago on a sexual battery charge and should have been considered armed and dangerous. And so the hardworking people at the DMV office in Hernando did exactly the right thing, alerting authorities, and that's how all this began.
And what we should tell you is that we do have video of the actual shooting taking place. We watched here. It was just too graphic to put it on the screen, but we were watching what transpired here, and for quite a long time you could see the TACT unit member standing in a huddle with the man who may or may not be dead right now, but who was taken down, standing right across from them, and you could clearly see a gun in his hand, and he was waving his hands around a little bit at some points. So, you know, it's not clear, though, to see if the investigator shot him or if he shot himself. It's unclear exactly who fired the shot, but we did see this standoff with a man clearly holding the gun there.
And we don't know whether this was suicide by police. You know, that's what some people who are unstable attempt to do. They threaten to shoot at officers, and then officers have to fire. And so we may find out throughout the investigation that that's what happened here. It does appear that the suspect is down, but it's unclear whether or not the individual is deceased. We will stay on this story, but for right now,
we do want to make sure that you do know that the video did clearly show those officers shooting him. So,
all right.
yes.
Okay. So, but we don't know what the motivation was for the shots being fired. All right, that is the situation. The suspect is down. The situation is being investigated. The suspect was wanted for a sexual battery charge in Chicago, and the folks at the DMV office in Hernando alerted the police department, and that's when the chase began, ending at the Citizens Bank and Trust in Walls on Highway 301.
Okay, and we are going to work on putting this all together for you and giving you all the information coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. But for now,